So earlier on today, I put up a photograph of my 62-year-old husband. There's a reason for me telling you his age, and how his hair is looking so amazing 22 weeks after we started PRP. So we started in December. It was before Christmas of 2023. So we're at the 22-week mark. And we've been documenting his hair loss, arrest and a recovery since he started doing PRP with me. He's had his 4 treatments a month apart, and we documented that. So it's in YouTube. I'll put the link up in a minute. We were away in Italy this weekend, and the sun was shining. We were dressed up. We were going to the opera. He was in a suit, something I haven't seen him in a suit for quite a long time. And I was looking at him and I thought, what is it about you today? We were both in a gorgeous cafe having a glass of wine before we went to the opera. I was dressed up, he was dressed up. The sun was shining. We were both relaxed. We were about to have a lovely afternoon, and I was thinking to myself, is it the suit? Because my husband is working from home every day since the pandemic, and he hasn't gone back to the office. So in the last 4 years, he hasn't worn a suit, whereas prior to that, and from the time I met him, he was a businessman, so he used to wear a suit every single day going to work. And I thought, is it the suit? Is it the fact that he's relaxed? Is it the fact that we're having a lovely time? And then it twigged, and I went, my God, Gary, it's your hair. It's your hair is making all the difference. So in the midst of all the lovely glamour, I was taking photographs of his hair. Anyway, that was quite comical, and obviously we attracted a lot of glances as I was standing behind his chair taking photographs of his crown and the top of his head. So as you know, Gary has a widow's peak, so his hair goes back quite a bit here, but that's been genetic. He's had that all his life. But he was thinning on top, and the crown of his head was, you could see the bald spots. And look, this is all well documented on YouTube, and as I say, I'll put up the link in a minute. And all the time we could see that there were things happening. And about 4 weeks ago, we took great photographs under the microscope where we could see activity from the follicles. They were bulging, they were reacting to the treatment, which is minoxidil topically, plus the PRP. And the new hairs that were growing out of the follicles were black. And Gary's hair was black when I met him, 30-something. So the photographs, and it was great light because the sun was shining. It was around lunchtime, 1 o'clock. So the sun was high in the sky, and it was looking straight down on his scalp. And when I screenshotted the photographs and enlarged them, and I'll show you now, not only, and we knew this, that his existing hair was stronger and thicker. So that in itself was actually filling in the bald areas. But the new baby hairs that we had seen 4 weeks ago were now long and very dark, becoming mature hairs. And when I met Gary 30 years ago, he had dark hair. It was dark brown with black. I suppose it was very dark anyway. And it looks like as if these new hairs are going to come out really dark. Now, Gary wears a very tight haircut anyway, and always did. So suffice to say, he's absolutely delighted. So the hair loss has been arrested. The existing hair has gotten thicker and stronger. And the follicles that have been open to stimulation with minoxidil topically and the PRP are after doing its work. So I know it's very patient. You need patience, but we're starting to see the results 22 weeks on a guy who's got a really tight haircut. Gary's absolutely delighted, and if he continues, which he will, the topical minoxidil, his next PRP is going to be in a couple of months' time. So he's at the stage now that it's twice a year. So in 6 months' time, we'll be doing another one. But he also started finasteride, which we purchased from sons.ie, and that helps also. But he's older. Right. So he's also taking biotin supplements as well, which is good for hair and nails. All right. If this continues, it's just been the ultimate success story. So if it is good for somebody of my husband's age, which is coming up on 62, well then for the younger men, I think you have a really good chance of it being a success for you too. All right. Right, there you go. I hope that helps.